Do you do like you just meet people and something? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
say anything.
Right.
Just because it's not for everybody, you know, and I
Right,
gotta,
yeah.
you know, it scares some people don't believe in it. You know, I totally respect whatever path
Exactly.
of life their journey is on. I can't say, you gotta understand this, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I'm still learning and understanding, so.
Yeah.
To kind of create more of like can I have everybody's first names again? I feel like it's just kind of like an introduction. It helps to kind of put that, not that you guys have walls up, but it just kind of helps to kind of put down any walls we feel more comfortable. So I'll start here and work our way around. But you know, just say your first name.
I'm Jen.
Jen, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Pam.
Pam, nice to meet you.
Mary.
Mary, nice to meet you.
Julie.
Nice to see you. See you both.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
All right. Okay. All right, let's see here. There's lights all over the room. Okay, so this spirit, the first one that's stepping forward, this is a little bit different. I feel like this can be a little bit more complicated. I feel like she's like, I feel the giggle sensation in my stomach, so I feel like she knows it's gonna be a little bit harder to. So this particular spirit, I feel like is a female. She's feminine light. The thing is that she's not giving me like, hey, this feels like a mom. This feels like, you know, blah blah blah. I feel like she is connected to somebody in this room that's connected to her loved ones, like such as, she shows me a girl, so I'm assuming it means daughter, that she could have other children. I feel like when I focus on her, I don't feel like she lived this incredibly, you know, long life. I feel like she's coming forward in a sense to kind of like, so sometimes we're mediums for other people, but I feel like she's sticking by because I feel like somebody's here connected to her family, I feel like daughter. I feel like she's. If I see them, I always see like them perfect. So they never come through looking, you know, sad or scared or sick or anything like that. This female has like kind of how I can describe is almost like a olive kind of complexion. So she definitely has like I don't want to say dark features, but they're a little bit darker. She's also showing me a bunch of, I feel like support, because I feel like somebody in here is guiding or giving help to her family. So I'm not sure how she crossed. It feels like she didn't make it to her elderly years. So I feel like this is somebody who is not a child, but I feel like she's youthful when she crosses. So this could be a friend of the family, or it could be friends with. And I feel like her family may not be local. I don't know why, because I feel distance. Who can connect with that at this moment?
Me.
You can.
I didn't know if I was supposed to speak up.
Oh,
but
yeah, no, that's fine. Sorry, I had my eyes closed. I was looking. How is this person connected to you?
It's my sister-in-law.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Does she have a natural glow to her? Does she tan easily? I feel like she's got a glow to her.
She's Mexican.
Okay. And then she shows me something with location and distance or something. Is there somebody that's in a different area, different place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel so thankful. I feel like there's a lot of it's almost like she's giving, it's almost like I want to say she's giving you support for giving her support for then giving others support. It's like a chain reaction of thankfulness, and I feel like she is let's see here. Where's her daughter?
Texas.
Do you know if she's struggling?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
'Cause I
her
feel-
mom died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's struggling.
I feel like-
they're all struggling.
You know, it feels like she's showing me that she can. I know that, you know, things still happen and things still pop up in front of us, but I really feel like she's going to. I see feet planted, so it's like I feel in a way she's helping her to rediscover and find her path. And she will come through to her in her own way, but she does work through you. So you must be easy access, or you must be very open. She's incredibly thankful for you, so I get a big sense of gratitude. And she's showing me that as stressed as you are, I feel like she's okay on the other side. And it makes no sense because, you know, especially when you have children here and there's just, you know, but they see the whole outcome. They know how everything's to unfold and to be okay. I feel like she's showing me she can feel your stress. She's trying to help neutralize that in a sense. I feel like in a way she's like trying to help you release the headache. So she's there as a helper because I feel like you've helped her and you've helped family. And she is what is this? I feel like she well, I don't know what she when did she cross over?
2018.
Okay, so this is pretty recent.
Yeah.
Well, she shows me kind of like a I guess this represents time. I see a clock, well, a different kind of clock with number. I actually feel like she's trying to show me time has, I think she means stood still for her. And she is definitely I want to call her like a warrior on the other side. The imprints of life that may have held her back definitely don't hold her down over there. And I feel like she's, it's like reborn just through the other side. She makes me feel like she is totally involved. And she helps wipe, I feel like tears. So I feel like she's okay. So I definitely get that shock factor of that trauma here with everybody left being, you know, kind of like on this end. I feel that shock factor, but she's actually kind of like at a very high vibration. So I don't feel any sadness or like even unfinished business, because she's making me feel like everybody's so open they're going to allow things to be done in her name or to continue forward in her name. So I feel like she's definitely her, like, what's on her mind and her top priority is like giving back that gratitude and that thanks, and then helping, especially like the daughter, I feel like needs extra love and loving and you know. She's making me feel like, did this happen quickly? I feel like she got to the other side safe and sound, but I feel like there's not a lot of time to prep.
Yeah, I mean,
She's
yeah.
she's very what's the word for it? She is very determined, and right now she's focused on you. So you may have done a lot for her that you don't even realize, but I feel like she's standing by your side and is going to help you the way that you've helped them or the family, something. She shows me like friendship, so I feel like she looks at you as like a friend, and she's not in a place of torment or anything like that. I feel like she still shows me she wants her family to still believe in miracles and that things can happen that can be good. I feel like, sorry, I don't mean to jump around here. There's a female and a male that are one second. I feel like a fatherly. Did you lose your father? Or did you lose a father? I feel like a gentleman that's coming through like a father light. This isn't connected to you, correct?
No.
Okay, I just because I feel like right in between, so I felt like it would have to go to like one of you. I feel like handprints. Do you ever feel him? And you won't hurt the other side's. I mean, you won't hurt spirit's feelings if you say no. Do you ever feel him?
I don't think so.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I see a handprint, so that means that I feel like when spirit shows me hands-on, they are literally hands-on, and a lot of times they can, kind of tap us or get our attention in some way. I feel like when I focus, it's almost as if I'm getting a big kind of like sense of, give me 1 second here, a big sense of I'm, like he's trying to make me feel like he's present, and I also feel like he's present, and he's also, I feel like washed away. Was there a lot of sadness before he crossed? I feel like he's showing me his head's clear. I feel like it's clear, and I feel like it feels like there's some form of was he struggling in his mind? Was his thoughts not present? Okay. I feel shattered thoughts. That's not what he's carrying around with him on the other side, but I feel like he is sorry, because I feel like you kind of had to witness either a lot and take that all in. I kind of feel like a whole brand new different person in a sense. I feel very, very witty in a good way. He's also showing me the symbolism of fully supportive. I feel like fully supportive. And do you have children? Because I feel like he's complimenting you as a mom. I feel like he's showing me the symbols of mom, and like you're such a great mom. What was wrong with his mind?
He had dementia.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So you having to like, no, it's okay. This is a perfect place to be able to release that. You know, I feel like that's such a cruel way to see somebody go. It doesn't make sense. I feel that he really. It's almost like, gosh, it's like kind of sometimes we wake up and we're like, we kind of cringe over things that maybe happened, in the past or whatnot. I feel like he's kind of like that almost because of what you had to endure. I feel like he's, well, there's some form of push. He's thanking you for a push. And I think maybe because of everything that you've kind of experienced, you maybe, kind of remembering him in one certain way, and he's actually very happy and clever on the other side. And when I say clever, I feel like he's a lot of fun. He's showing me that push to recognize what you've done for the family, for him in particular. And I feel like he's connected to your, what is this? I don't know if he means, because I feel like he's connected to mom on the other side, but I don't know if he means his mom or your mom. Is your mom here? So I think this is his mom then. I can't see her. I just feel like he's saying I'm really connected, and I see the symbol for mom. So I don't know if it's like she came and got him, or if they got all the answers together. I'm not sure, but I do feel like there's a connection. And then he shows me the symbol of mom. I don't know if through this process you felt discarded, pushed away, or if it just kind of affected how you think. They feel like he's here to help you with wellness, and I feel like he's showing me that he is very, 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 very proud of you. He does. Yeah, he loves the person that you are, and he shows me genuine, the symbol for genuine, like you're genuinely a good person. Towards the end, I feel like he was kind of like in I call it like a dream-like state. He was here, but he wasn't here. And I feel like he's showing me everything's fully, kind of like like a brand new, this is, hold on one second, sorry, I'm trying to interpret this symbol. See, I feel like he's talking to somebody else visually, so actually that symbol didn't go to me, so that's why I didn't understand what he was showing me. He was actually talking, this other female that's around him, they're actually communicating together. I thought he was then sending me more, and it had nothing to do, because I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But it's actually, I see their conversation visually between the both of them. I feel, he's surrounding you definitely with love and appreciation, and I get that. I'm sorry too, so it's like I feel like with what occurred, he's still talking to this female. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're talking about, but I almost feel like they got like some plan or something. So it's like, I feel like, what are they up to? When did your dad cross over?
February.
So recently. Do you know his mom? Do you remember her? They're planning some. I feel like they are. It's almost like when two people are like, and what about this? And show her this. And then how about this? It's almost like a communication amongst themselves and each other. He had a major breakthrough, and I feel like, I really feel like she was there to greet him, to help him, this female. And he kind of is showing me like a bridge over this pond with, looks like there's fish in there. I feel like I'm seeing bits and pieces of a serene place in heaven. And within time, I know you'll get more, because he is hands-on. I know you'll get more. So you're not blocked. That's why I definitely don't feel like your aura's blocked off to it. So you'll get more hands-on sensations from him. Like you feel him tapping you or something. But it won't be scary or like kind of like, oh, that creeps me out. I feel like it should be very, where you just kind of just know that it's him,
Yeah.
It's hard to explain that, but that's not him. How you had experienced towards the end, and I feel very taken care of, and he's giving me a hug, but it's really giving you a hug, so I feel hugged. This is another gentleman. I don't know if it's still for I'm trying to. There's a gentleman. I don't see. I feel like when I say Clark, it's like no, that's not it. But I feel like I get a CLA, and I feel like I don't know what he's trying to spell out here.
Carl?
C-A-R. Yeah, the L's in the wrong place. Did you say Carl? Because I said C. Yeah, I put the L in the wrong. So he sent it to me the right way. For some reason, I jumbled the letters, and I feel like the L was in the wrong place because I got C-L. He's like, no, that goes at the end.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I feel like I'm getting, like I'm seeing, like, the symbols for, so this is a parent?
My dad.
Because I see a baby and I feel like I'm, so when they show me baby, it means that that person's their child, or it means like you're their baby. He's, what I see is gentle whispers, so I feel like he's one of the spirits that I feel like is definitely connected to your inner psychic, your inner, what I call GPS system. He is, I feel like he's looking at you like you are, he's so fascinated by your view on things. Like, I feel like he wants you to keep being vocal. He wants you to keep speaking up. I feel like he shows me a very strong connection, and I feel like he's, did you feel favored?
Well, I was the only girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you're favored in that's why.
Yes. I was definitely his favorite.
He shows me the symbol of headstrong, intelligence, being smart. I feel like this all is connected and relates to you. I feel like it's also something that he's just so drawn in by is your I feel like he wants to show me your it either means your the way you interact, the way you are a friend. I feel like your intelligence, all of these things together, these thought forms, I feel like he cracks up, and he's showing me like the past imprints, which means memories. Where are you guys from?
A small town near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I felt like it wasn't from here, but I didn't know where. I wasn't getting pulled like east or west or any direction. He's got like one of those mind work ethics that really enjoy, because I feel like he's on the other side, continuing. It's not our kind of work, but it's a whole different type of, so he's reaching his purposes, but it is like what he enjoys, like he wants to work. So I feel like it's whether it's the type of work that's above my understanding, but I feel like it puts him at, like, I'm not just kind of, on a paradise vacation. I'm a part of, something big. I feel that he's okay, so he's, and so inwards, it could be also where you get, and this could be very coincidental, but it could be where you do get a lyric or song stuck in your head, and that's an interesting way of communication, because you could just be like singing it in your head, or you just hear a song out of the blue, and it's really the message that's with it, and it usually has to do with something to brighten your spirit, or something to let you know that things come together, something along those terms. But he is showing me kind of like music, but I didn't feel, and I could be wrong, I didn't feel like he meant like radio, or I feel like more of like things that get stuck in your head, and I think he triggers it. I also feel like he's not alone. He actually has I feel like he knows a lot of people on the other side. He's definitely in the lead. I feel like he leads, but he's social on the other side.
Yes,
So,
very
he likes to communicate and talk, and I feel like the other side is kind of like, what's he gonna say next? So I feel like that he's very entertaining. It's hard when it comes through messages. Sometimes they come through as something that pops up in our head, or where it feels like it's just us, because those are hard to validate. But usually when we separate and we just kind of clear our mind, and it just usually then we can kind of detect where it's coming from, and the deeper message that's within it. Because when I close my eyes, I see his light all around you, so he's not only protective, I feel like he's definitely kind of like clearing a way for you. So even in the hardest of times, I feel like he's showing me that he's definitely right in front. He's helping to clear a path always. So if you ever feel like you're up against something that makes you nervous or afraid, or you just don't have the answers to, know that he's right there, and he's gonna help you get it all figured out. He seems like a really like fun person to have on your side. He doesn't show me how he passed or anything like that. I don't feel like he's somebody that is complaining about it. So I feel like that, he definitely got there okay, but he doesn't show me any sensations that would indicate stepping over. He got there, he doesn't show me how. He's showing me 3 4s. So sometimes numbers are a month, or they're actually deeper than that. I feel like he's communicating with 3 4s, 4 4 4, and I don't know the meaning behind it, other than there may be something that's connected to that when you see those string of numbers that will register meaning. So like, let's say if you keep seeing the number 444, and it's during like a time where you have a song stuck in your head, or you are having a great feel good moment, then it's connected to whatever's happening around that time frame. That's what I feel. No, this. One second. This is. I don't know who this is. There's a lot of random spirit on this side of the room, and I say that because I'm like, I don't know where they fit. know if they're just being nosy or if they're just kind of hanging out, observing what's going on. There is a female that's right like in front of you, and then you have a masculine light behind. This female. I get straight up grandma vibes from her. I'm more pulled towards the gentleman behind you. He's got a very I feel like this is somebody that you would have stayed with or grew up with. He's got like a very not like farming theme, but I feel like down to earth like that. I get like really strong down to earth vibes. Do you have children?
Mm-hmm.
What are their first names?
Chase, Sophie, and Jake.
I feel like he knows them, especially like from the other side's angle. I feel like he's pulling me towards children. And he's showing me kind of like these snapshots of you being like a little kid. So I feel like this is somebody that you would have grown up with, a really fun family member that I feel like you probably absolutely gravitated towards. The female, interestingly, I feel like is connected. Are you connected to January or Jan, like a Janet or January?
That's my mom, Janet.
Okay, where is she?
Arizona.
This female may be connected to her, because I don't know why else I would be pulled towards mom. The male... The male I feel like has a C initial too, because I feel like there's two C's. So I feel like a C here and a C there.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a grandfather?
Could be Clarence.
Um,
Carol.
Did he let you guys do what you want? Like, I mean, did he let you guys like run free? I get that like vibe, like just have a good time, let them be kids. You know, I get that vibe from him. Well, he's showing me like kind of like a an inner joy that I feel like you deserve. See, I feel like I just like his personality. I feel like it's a very minimum, the little things that make him happy, and I feel like kind of he shows me like your eye for detail. And you can also find the little details of things that will make you happy. I feel like he's showing me very talented. He shows me talented eyes, so you can search or like pick up on things, or you've got like good eye for color. I'm not sure, but one of these he's like pulling me towards your eyes, and Who's staying by like with your mom? Who's the female that's by your mom?
My niece Janet, her daughter. Or I'm sorry, my niece is Janet too.
Wait, so there's how many?
2 Janets.
2 Janets. Do you know if she's kind of I feel dizzy. Is she lost? Like trying to find her way?
Probably.
I feel like she's gotta like kind of build up that love for herself, her self-confidence. Spirit's like with her, but they're showing me like she acts tough and strong, but she does lack confidence within. And it's like her way of dealing with things, it's her survival mechanisms. You know, I feel like Spirit almost wants you to rub off on her. Like, I feel like you have a lot of the answers that she would need, but I mean, that's easier said than, again, one of those things that's easier said than done. Because I feel like she could look up to you, and she could definitely be inspired by you. Yeah, because Spirit keeps pulling me towards her, a connection between you and her, you and her. How often do you guys talk?
A couple times a month, just so like
To catch up.
like texting, that sort of thing. I don't know her very well. She was my brother's daughter.
I don't know if Spirit's saying that like she could end up with the wrong people or the wrong crowd or fall in love with the wrong people. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she could be vulnerable to that, but I feel like the more she sees either your success or your down to earth personality, the more she can kind of step forward. I just feel like you're a good influence, basically. That's what Spirit's showing me. So I feel like if she can see or take a peek into your life, even though, you know, none of our lives are perfect, I feel like she can try to find her independence and feel better about herself. Because Spirit thinks the world of you. And it's interesting how you have one in front and one behind. Sometimes when Spirit is like all over us like that, they're trying to shield us. So it's either you've had excess worries lately or you've had a lot of panic lately, but I feel like they're kind of like you know, you like almost like you got a team with you, you know, trying to get you to not think of all these things that could collapse. So I feel like you definitely have yeah, like you're covered. I feel like you're covered. And there's also, where did this person go? There's also a, okay, there was another female in here. This was a feminine light. I feel like she was over here. Where did she go? I'm not sure. She must have, I don't know where she went. But I can do shout outs now until she comes back, because there was another one. So we'll start over here. Is there anybody you'd like me to connect with or try to, like, do you have a, like...
Well, I mean, my grandparents,
What are their first names?
Betty and Harold.
Betty and Harold. So when I call upon those names, I really focus on it. I feel that even though I get pulled more towards Betty, I feel like they are kind of like a dual. Like I feel like they are. It feels like they are. Like, I feel like they know each other so well, they know how to irritate each other, but I also feel like it's all through love. You know, it's like one of those relationships where I feel like it's, you know, we could all just kind of
We call them the Bickersons.
They're still that way,
Yeah.
you know. I feel like they're still that way. I feel like it is out of love, you know. The thing is they know how to use that to empower each other, and you would think that, you know, a lot of times when people bicker, it drains them, and you know they go to a dark place. They take it to a better place, and I feel like it's almost like your grandma tries to be the boss, and he allows her to think that she's the boss, but then lets it go in one ear and out the other. So I feel like, I mean, they love each other, and I feel like they are present, but they are like on the other side, giving each other, like, you know, little jabs here and there. They show me flowers, which is interesting because it's freezing outside and it's winter. But that means life. I feel like they're trying to almost communicate. Let me see here. Planting the seeds, watching them grow. I don't think it represents. I feel like they're showing me you. What do you do?
Well, I'm a retired stay-at-home mom now.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
Well, planting seeds can be symbolic. You know, it could mean like literally helping others learn, whether it's adults or children. You're like planting the seed and then taking care of it and then helping it to grow. Or it literally means like bringing more into the family. But I felt it was more of like teaching, showing, but I could be wrong. I feel like they are showing me kind of like a love for your here and now, and then going into the next 2 years. I feel less of a fight. So it's like they're trying to show me that you deserve calmness, and I feel like it is coming. And I see dearly. Okay, so I saw dear. That's an interesting way to make it. They love you dearly, and I feel that there's a lot of changes and dynamics of your life that really calm down. But it's a good way. It's a good calming down. Not where it goes stale and then it's like you get bored, but like where it calms down and starts to feel like it's getting in order, coming together. That's what they're making me feel. I get like really good calming vibes from them. Even though they're kind of jabbing each other, I feel like I get very calming vibes. Do you feel them ever around you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Her especially.
Yeah, no, definitely. I felt like she's very dominant around you. But she's also very confident that, you know, you're not going to be led astray. So it's kind of like it's like you make her job easier, so to speak. Like if she took on a role to like be with you for the rest of your life as a spirit guide, I feel like you would make her job easy because you pay close attention, you feel in tune and in sync. And you make the right decisions. That's what I feel from her. But she's a kind of like a sweet butterfly that's very strong. You know, can't be like shooed away. Like she's very strong. But I see it's like kind of a contradiction. Like you see somebody so sweet but she's fierce at the same time. So I feel like the 2-in-1 is like the best of both worlds. And how about you?
You just want a name?
Yeah.
Sherry.
Sherry? I don't get a whole lot from that name. I get more of like friendship vibes. I may need the person's full name and see if that triggers a response.
Well, her full name is Cheryl.
Cheryl. Was this a friend?
No.
I don't think this is the same person coming through. This it's not intense, and I don't get like she could be like in my face right now, and I just may not be getting 100%. From a distance, there's a soft glow, and it felt like almost like I had a friend approaching. Let's see. I don't get too much from that light, but it doesn't mean that she's not trying. I get like almost like, you know, mediums are like kind of like cell phones. We may not get full reception to everybody, but it's not that she ain't trying. I definitely feel like she's trying. It's just I feel kind of how long has she been on the other side?
1 year.
1 year. Either she has her own. Hold on 1 second, because I feel like she. It's almost like I'll be right there. Like I feel like I get that vibe. I don't know if she means with you, like she has her own special like way of connecting with you, where she doesn't need me, or she's trying to build up those visuals. But right now I don't get like enough for me to go off of to say, well, she says this, or she's making me feel this, or this is, you know what I mean? So she's there, but not like I get a lot. But if she pops through, I'll drop what I'm doing and go back to her, okay? And how about you?
Irene.
Okay, so I see this feels like family. Is Irene family? It feels like she's connected to you like a higher give me 1 second. Like I feel like she's kind of like her light's almost like above you. Like she's making visuals and comments of you. I don't know if she means taking care of her, or but like kind of like I get like a reverse role. Like I feel like taking care of you, but then you taking care of her, and then I feel like she's like I see an umbrella, but she's showering you with love. So I feel like all these almost like poetic visuals that look very, very beautiful. I feel like when I tap into her, she's, let's see here, she is, did she have multiple things going on? I mean, I don't feel like she has it on the other side, but I feel like she had more than one struggle. It almost feels like multiple things going on. And I feel like you kind of taking over and kind of taking care of her. So is that what you're...
Yeah, she had struggles with my dad passing, and then she had cancer.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, yeah.
You know, you were a major role in her being able to... I know it may seem like it's such a sad, like, where, you know, where they say it can't get any worse, but then it can, you know? I feel like this is that example, but you were a big... very helping role into her to make sense out of things, and I feel that she looks back into aspects of you kind of going full force, taking charge, and kind of like, you know, like she's almost hovering over you the way that you've hovered over her. And Like she's stepping, I see stepping stones. She's exploring all of heaven. She's showing me the whole reversed roles. So I feel like you guys reversed roles, and to me it's like I feel like she's showing me like you never let her go. So she's in turn not letting you go. Like she's hanging on pretty tight. I do feel like I see a bunch of sparkles. So I think she is the type that can be seen through orbs and sparkly, shiny thing. I feel
She
like
always loves sparkles.
Oh, it's like
more glitter all the time.
I feel like she's shining bright on the other side. It's like that's her identity, so where it's like very eye catching. So like where if you ever do see that out of the corner of your eye, or even on photos, I feel like that is absolutely her aura that's materialized, because it's so like sparkly. So I feel like she's definitely got a very unique aura, and I think it can be sensed and seen just in a different way. It's like a flutter of lights kind of twinkling and flashing. I think you'll have some really, really good, solid connections going into December. Maybe it's with the holidays, I'm not sure, but I feel like you'll be able to pick up on her all around. That's like a busy month spiritually for you. And how about you?
Ben.
Somebody just ran through the door. There's a little, is he younger?
Yes.
Yeah, he just ran through the, that's so funny. I feel, I don't know what he was, how old was he when he crossed? Was he young?
20s.
He ran through the door. I don't know if he's just like all over the place on the other side, but I feel like ran through the door almost like he was maybe here and then did something else and then came back all in the meantime. So I feel like somebody who is I feel like I am kind of like on a hiking, like I feel like I'm on a hill, and it feels like all this wind in my face, and I feel complete content with freedom, and kind of like a spiritual ground, almost like an energy vortex. He shows me like a mentor. How were you connected to him?
He's my stepson's cousin.
Okay. I feel like, I don't know, but there's like a mentor theme with you. And
I don't know him.
interesting. I think that he must find you either like he can, I don't know, fascinating, interesting, but I feel like can learn. Because when I called upon him, he like ran through the door almost. I feel like he hadn't finished all of his, let me see here, classes, so to speak, symbolically. But I feel like there are, the question marks do, like I feel like that lack of closure, that those question marks, I do feel like that does get solved. I feel like he's looking at you, so maybe you're going to be the one that helps him to help, kind of like how I felt with her, with the female that was coming through, to help her children or to communicate or so. I feel like that way from you. I feel like kind of almost like giving him prayers of advice, and it feels very the way he crossed feels very wishy-washy. So I don't know if there's still things that are lingering and there's still speculations, but I don't feel like he's making me feel like this is going to be like this long-term ordeal. You know what I mean? I feel like there's definitely things that are not noticed right now, but I feel like become more and more noticed. And I think there's a well, it looks like there's a female that steps forward that starts communicating more. Not on the other side, that's in the physical, that starts communicating more. And I feel like that helps us a better understanding. Okay. What family? What side of the family is he on? You said your son's cousin?
He's my stepson's mother's nephew.
Okay. There's either a mistake or there's something that's still not unfolded. He's showing me the truth always comes to light. I feel like things are going to be okay in that terms because he's showing me the truth comes out. So I think I don't know, I feel like there's somebody who something's not sitting right with them. It feels very wishy-washy, the facts. I don't know why, but it could be like, not to put, kind of caution and make everybody suspicious. There's something that's related to the situation or something else that had happened that I feel like is not being known or recognized at this time, and he's not sweating over it. I feel like it does become something that's out there. He wants everybody's, like when I say positivity, he wants everybody's kind of like blessing, to know that it's okay even when it's not okay. I feel like he is, I kind of wonder, it's like I feel like he's, I almost want to say like walking through mountains in Arizona or something. Like I feel like I see him in these weird places, not weird, but I feel like places that maybe he wasn't normally got to go or experience, and I feel like he's trying to show his again, freedom. But there's something that comes together with this whole scenario that will make more light or sense, because there's another female that steps forward. Is somebody, I don't know if it was a mistake that somebody made, or if there's a mistake and maybe they didn't see it clearly of what had happened, but there's something that comes to light with this, and I feel like that's going into 2020. So.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys so much. Our time flew by. I just looked at the clock and went, oh my God, it went by so fast. It was such a pleasure to have session with you guys, and I wish you the best. So thank you so much. Yeah, thanks.